Welcome back to Chow Time Pods. Your host, Red. We got a video today from the Philip Scott Show. Shout outs to Uncle Phil.
You got this brother that's really, setting TikTok on fire right now, talking about the gym. And this brother is taking issue with how women are coming to the gym. And of course, the rebellious women in America didn't like his message. So let's go ahead on and check this out.
Like, we really in a day and age, we're telling can you please stop coming to the gym naked? Starts a public discourse, a public uproar.
True.
Like, all we want to do is come to the gym and work out, but no, the leg press machine got to look like a casting couch because it's literally at the gym in lingerie. Like, what the fuck are we talking about? Then it'll look you in your eyes and tell you it's not bothering anybody. I'm uncomfortable.
Well,
but again, they don't care if men are uncomfortable. Only when women are uncomfortable is when laws, happen and things like that.
let's start there. As definitely, I like getting up and going to the gym myself. Now, it also depends on what time you go to the gym. Like, I like, get up 4 a.m., be in the gym, maybe about 4:40, something like that. Sometimes maybe 4:30, just depends how quick I get dressed and get there. But there are some gyms that women do show up like that, right? And I've been saying two things that gyms need to do. One, having no filming policy, or if they're going to film, they need to have a section like one of the exercise rooms and tell
like a designated area for them.
Listen, you can film in the exercise rooms, like where they hold the classes at. Like, you want to make all kind of gym content, do it over there, in there. That way you're away from everybody. People don't want to be filmed while they're working out. That's number one. Okay. Number two, they should establish a dress code, because it has become very ridiculous.
I mean, look at it.
And once again, it says a lot about the society in America that
again, it's like you're wearing black and you're wearing like a black leggings, but the legging is so see-through that it doesn't even seem like you're wearing anything at all.
Just a question. Why do you feel so comfortable half naked? Why do you feel comfortable like that? I mean, the way a lot of them dress, just in general, like you belong on the blade. Listen, women on the blade dress that way because they selling.
True.
Why are you dressing that way?
They selling too, brother. It's just on the internet only, and they get mad if you see it in real life, though.
Like, you don't feel like, man, like leave something. You know what I'm saying? That's why a lot of guys don't want to mess with you anyway these days, because men like mystery. They're like, what? I wonder what she look like underneath that. They like that mystery, but you want to give them no mystery. And you show up to the gym, like the brother say, you want to go on the leg press machine, and like, bro, like, really? And let me finish.
This one isn't even leg press. It's for your arms, but they just want to do crazy, degenerate things.
Let me finish. Play this, because it's just two areas that women have just kind of invaded a little bit, and that's what a lot of this is. So let me finish this.
Are we at Myrtle Beach or LA Fitness? Help me understand. Help me understand why you feel the need to come outside damn near naked. What is it about? Why are you fighting so hard to literally just go in public service naked?
Because they love the attention, brother. They love the attention.
And a lot of men feel that way. And a lot of men are tired of it, beyond with you, because it's annoying. It's like, bro, like, go put some clothes on. Nobody wants to see you. Listen, men, the ones that would look at women, is telling you they're tired of seeing the crap. Like, has that like a light bulb? But I'm telling y'all, beyond with you.
What light bulb, uncle? Like, there's no light bulb in the brain. The brain is just an empty shell.
A lot of times, a lot of them got lesbian energy. Let me tell you what I mean by that. They like to get the attention from a lot of women too.
True.
They like women gawking at them too.
True.
They're like women telling them, "Oh, look how pretty you are. You're pretty." It's like, why you want to hear a woman tell you you're pretty?
It's true, and we always hear from women, oh, it hits harder when a woman tells you you're pretty, than a man telling you. Really? Does it? When women just always lie to each other constantly about how pretty you are?
Are you lesbian? You LGBT? You know what I'm saying?
I get what you're saying.
Then if a stud pull up on you, like, whoa, you don't like what? Well, the reason why they pulling up on you because you trying to get a certain type of attention. Now, let me tell you something else. We would say a solution would be, well, why don't y'all go to a gym that's specially made for women? Well, you know those gyms don't work. Those gyms don't even last. There have been many reports those gyms have closed because of the gyms that's specially for women, right? No men. It's a women only gym.
Like, does everything really have to be pink in there? Jeez.
They don't want to be there. They don't want to be in the women only gym. They want to be where the men is at because it's about attention with a lot of them. It's not about working out. But let's go ahead and continue.
Like, that's essentially what you're fighting for. Like, this is, if that is important to you as a person, you are one privileged piece of, because out of all the bills, death, institutionalized, systematic racism, imperialism, and you want to put your time and emotions to fighting for people to be able to come to any public event naked. Shorts so tight up her, she got a fart for them to come off. I get the f out my face.
Yeah, a lot of men feeling that way. But let me tell y'all something. When the gym problem started, and once again, I blame TikTok. Not YouTube.
It has a good chunk of blame in it, yeah.
YouTube, not Facebook, not.
Well, I mean, I think Instagram too.
Instagram, TikTok. The more and more I get deeper into the psychology of TikTok and what it actually has done to society.
Oh, okay.
I'm also almost leaning on getting rid of it. And I never thought I would say that because TikTok has had the worst psychological effects, especially on them, because the quick dopamine rush they get from the videos, from the pictures, it's quick dopamine hits. It's not like YouTube, like a long form. You actually have to sit there and actually craft a video and craft an idea and actually put it together and hold people's attention. It caters to quick dopamine hits, right? And when it comes to them on that platform, who's already kind of addicted to dopamine hits off of vanity, it's not been a good platform.
True.
Now, what I said earlier, there's two places that they've kind of invaded now that men don't have sacred anymore. The gym. Let me mention the gym. Women always went to the gym. That's not what I'm saying. But there was one section of the gym that the men were at and the women were not. What section that was? The weights.
I was gonna say,
men traditionally lift weights. Okay, they do that. Now, I mean, men do cardio too or whatever, but men traditionally lift weights. And now you have women invading those spaces now, and we're bringing their cameras and all the different things. Like all the videos we have seen where these women have recorded men or try to say, oh, what you looking at and all that kind of stuff like that, it's been them in, think about it. It was never the cardio area. Never the cardio. It's always where the men are at in the area lifting weight.
Unc isn't wrong, is he? Now that I'm like analyzing, trying to kindle all the videos in my head, they are almost always with the weights, right? There's always with the front of the weight rack, beside the weight rack, or on the benches where the weight rack is usually where they record.
Weights, right? So that's been invaded, and that's really been the problem. Men had that little area. All men could go lift weights, and hey, that's that. The second area that I've noticed way more in today than I've ever seen before is they have invaded the barbershops.
My barbershop, I've been going for many, many years. I've been going to my particular barber for many, many years. The owner of that barbershop does not invite women. He does not have women barbers. There's plenty of women that come to his barbershop to try to get a job there. He just straight up says no. Why? Things like this. And the other side of it is, this is a men's space. The barbershop is men's space. We talk men. We talk a lot different. We're a lot more harsh with each other. We're a lot more crass with each other. Now when plugging a woman into that environment, now everything changes. Now all the men have to change or have to watch what they're saying and things like that. It totally changes the environment of a barbershop.
The barbershop was a place that all men could go to, talk, laugh, have a good time without any women around. But now you go in barbershops, a lot of times you go see women there. Some women are cutting hair. Some you've never seen back in the day, really. You got women, a lot of single mothers bringing their sons in to get haircuts.
This is true. The single mothers thing is very apparent at my barbershop.
Stuff like that. So it's a lot of women sitting in barbershops now that it was never like that. So women there, and then, you know, women in the gym. And it's like, a lot of men like, bro, we can't talk like we used to.
Nope.
You know, and I just recently heard of a problem at a particular location, barbershop. You know, one guy was saying something, the woman said, oh, I wasn't comfortable with what he was saying. And it's not that he was, you know, saying anything inappropriate, but I say, see, and when I heard that, I say, see, this is what we're talking about right there. Like, men can't even talk like they normally would talk among each other because they're sitting there. You know what I'm saying?
And getting offended at how we talk with each other. We're not even directing anything at them, but they're upset at us for talking to each other the way we do.
You know what I'm saying? And causing an issue, and then having two men get into it behind what's being said. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. It's just, I'll just shake my head at that, right? But what you're going to have to start doing, you're going to have to start telling these gyms, hey, I'm paying good money a month. I don't want to see, you know, people come in not dressed appropriately. Use the term appropriate. Not dressing appropriately. Sometimes we have children that can come up here, like you know, younger children. They should be dressing appropriate. It should be a family atmosphere. This shouldn't be looking like we at some sort of strip club.
It literally does look like we're at strip clubs.
And I'm paying good money a month. And if you can't control the dress code, then I'll just get rid of my membership. And enough men get rid of their membership and start canceling their memberships and telling them that's why they're doing it.
I mean, it's already happening, Unc.
They will not, you know, enforce a dress code where it has a family atmosphere. Use the term family, because you can't just go in like they half naked. No, that's not gonna work. You got to tell them there are members, plenty of female members you have seen that came in dressed inappropriately, and you know, gyms should be a family atmosphere. It shouldn't be looking like you at some adult nightclub or some adult entertainment club. You got to use those kind of language, right? And if enough men start writing and enough men start canceling and say, we don't want to see that, oh, they'll change. Trust me, corporate America don't want to lose your money. I promise you that. They don't want to lose a dime. And just start doing it like that. Just start canceling memberships and stuff like that. And you'll see they'll quickly change the dress code. Because one thing about those gyms, they are a private business, and they can institute a dress code anytime they get good and ready. And it sounds like they need to. So that'd be the one way you can kind of fight back against that.
Or what we always suggest, home gyms. I know a lot of you guys have home gyms. I know a lot of you guys at least have some weights at the house. That's all you really need. It's a few weights, calisthenics, some jump rope. You're good.
And a lot of these women wonder why men don't want to marry them. If you're fighting against what this brother's saying, you're fighting. Think about what you're fighting for. You're fighting to be inappropriate. You're fighting to be half dressed. You're fighting for that. If that's what you're fighting for, you have nothing to fight for in life at all.
You know, like, imagine if men wanted women to be dressed like this all the time. And we're just like, oh yeah, keep dressing like that. Oh yeah, that's so awesome. Oh, that's so hot. Maybe they'll actually put clothes on if enough men were creeping on them because they're doing that, right? Maybe, you know, the opposite effect might happen.
You're like, you might well go on the blade. I'm gonna keep saying that. Y'all might well go on the blade the way you're acting. And get with some pimping somewhere. Because that's about what you do.
Shout outs to Uncle Phil. You know, Uncle's going about it a little bit different. Obviously, you know, diplomatically by complaining to the gyms or writing to the gym. Screw that. Just get your own gym, save some money, and you know, just deal with you and your boys at home. Please like, subscribe, comment down below. Really appreciate that. And if you guys